as we speak. But let me now welcome on board Dr. Saloni Wagh, MD at Supriya Lifesciences, to talk about how their performance went. And Saloni, great to have you. Neeti, now, your EBITDA margin dipped on a year-on-year basis despite higher revenues. Tell me, what were the reasons, what were the pressures, and when is it that you see your margins normalize?
So the main reason for the EBITDA margin sort of dipping is that we have a new site coming up in Ambernath. This is our new facility for CMO, CDMO in finished formulations. So a large part of the expense of this site has already started coming in because the recruitment is already done. The work is completed. The validations are going on as we speak. We, in fact, intend to capitalize this facility in quarter 3 of this year. So I think that's the main reason why, in spite of doing a good top line as well as a good margin, because of that slight increase in the expense part, the number looks slightly muted. But we are fairly confident that we have always given a margin guidance of about 33 to 35% on an annualized basis. And if I were to look at the first 2 quarters, I think we have stuck to our guidance. And I think the next half, which is the H2, I think that is going to be much stronger for us. So you will see that recovery happening in the next 2 quarters.
Uh, Dr. Wagh, hi, this is Harsh here. And great getting that perspective, of course, on margins and the clarity that the guidance is 33. And talk to us about growth, especially in H2. Q1 was slightly softer for you, and you called it, and due to certain delays in production, etc., the pushing out of stock didn't happen. Talk to us about how that's played out in Q2. And what is the, how much of that will actually play out in H2? Give us a sense of that.
So what we had in Q1 was actually we were doing a lot of debottlenecking activities because we have recently commercialized our module E, which is one of our biggest production blocks at the Lotte site. It's about 335 KL capacity, and we needed to support the intermediate production because we are a fully backward integrated company. The intermediate had to support the final API at block E. So we had done a lot of debottlenecking activity, which sort of, we lost that 30-40 days in that, and that sort of reflected in the muted quarter 1. But as far as demand is concerned, most of our APIs, most of the therapies where we operate, we are seeing a good growth. In fact, most of the therapies are growing single digit or double digit. So I definitely feel the demand is very much there. It was just that debottlenecking activity that we had undertaken caused that slow start to the year. But you can already see we have done a good job in quarter 2. And H2, definitely, whatever we were not able to achieve in terms of the product sales in quarter 1, we will compensate for that in the H2. See, overall, I'm very confident. We have always guided a 20% increase in revenue year on year. So we still maintain that, and we are confident that end of this year, we'll be able to achieve that 20% growth in the revenue.
Right. Okay, great to then have you on the show. Thank you so much for your time today and highlighting, of course, how your quarter has been, Saloni.
Thank you.